Kill me! I'm here! Kill me!
Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of The Hollars, a 2016 drama that lives and breathes and dies on its cast. Little known, little seen. This movie was a very interesting experience for me. Have you ever seen a movie where throughout the majority of it you're kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying into this. I don't know if I'm going along on this ride, but it's keeping me interested enough that I feel like maybe I could, but you don't know if you're gonna get there throughout the entire experience, and even right up until the end, you're a little bit kind of wishy-washy on it. There's a few moments that bring you in a little bit, a few that take you out a little bit. But at the end of the movie, when the movie is over, you're like, I think I like that movie. I kind of want to watch it again. I could even probably watch it again right now. I wouldn't mind getting this movie, adding it to my collection. It's weird. I had mixed feelings throughout the entire experience of watching this movie. By the end, something about it got me. Now, this movie, like I said before, the cast is where it's at. Now, the direction by Krasinski is solid, if unremarkable. But the cast, Charlotte Copley, actually best known for being the main character in District 9. Charlie Day, of course, from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Pacific Rim, and Horrible Bosses and films like that. Josh Groban, the singer, who just has such a punchable face. I was watching it with my wife, and there's a couple moments in this movie where I really turned to her. I'm like, man, is that dude's face punchable, especially in this movie. Anna Kendrick, who I think is just one of the best actresses going today, just such a lovable person, seemingly on every level. Great in this movie. One of my favorite parts of it by far. Richard Jenkins, just a phenomenal actor, character actor who you've definitely seen. If you don't recognize his name, you can Google it, because I could list off so many movies the guy is a part of. Like Cabin in the Woods comes to mind, and The Visitor, and so many others. We'd be here for a while, but trust me, you would recognize him. John Krasinski, as I already mentioned, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I mean, the list just goes on and on. But the funny thing is that the character, the actor, the performance that I bought into the most is somebody who, again, was kind of more on the Richard Jenkins scale, where it's quite possible you would recognize her, maybe not quite as possible as him. She's a character actress, but I thought she just owned this film, and it's an actress by the name of Margo Martindale. Now, if you don't know what this movie's about, basically, John Krasinski's character plays a failed drawer or animator, or it's a graphic novel writer and producer or what have you, who goes back to his hometown when he finds out that his mom has had a health crisis, and he goes back and he has to deal with all these people who he hasn't dealt with in many years, including his mom and dad and brother, who is played by Charlotte, which is interesting because he has such a different voice than the other people, but he kind of let it go because he's such a ridiculous character. You could see him kind of putting it on. He does do a decent job of pretending like he's not South African, but yeah, you can definitely hear a different tone of voice. But that aside, anyways, so he goes back there, and while he's there, he has a wife, or a woman that everybody thinks should be his wife, that he has gotten pregnant, and he's struggling with the idea of being responsible for a baby because he doesn't feel like he's in a position to do it. And he's basically going through almost like a early life crisis, not quite midlife crisis, where he just doesn't know how to handle all these things. And then through all these situations, dealing with his mother's health, dealing with the torn relationship between his father and brother, dealing with being back in the world of some of the people that he was involved with earlier in his life, he comes to a series of basically realizations. And it sounds pretty cookie cutter, and frankly it kind of is, but there's moments in it that you just really buy into. Like Margo Martindale, the actress that I mentioned before, who I think just owns this movie, there's a scene that comes right near the end where you see her, and it was heartbreaking. And up until that point, there was never a moment where I was really all super duper invested. There was definitely moments where I felt for characters, but I swear to God, like, a lip quiver happened because of how well she played the part, how well she played the moment. And there's just so many endearing characters in it that by the end, even though it didn't get me until right there, got me. So those are my thoughts on The Hollars. I think it was definitely a film worthy of a watch, especially if you are into dramatic films. and definitely kind of coming to realization films, like coming of age films. But usually you associate coming of age with being maybe a little bit younger than this, but coming of age for young or adult, really, I guess, because he's not even a young adult at this point. But you get what I'm saying. If you ever heard of this movie, let me know in the comments below. If it sounds interesting to you, let me know as well. Please, if you're new here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit that share button, hit all the buttons. Let people know this video exists. It'll really, really, really be awesome of you and be very helpful to my channel. Other than that, have yourself a nice day.